Hey Supermodel! Welcome to the Faith Model Guide, fearless and insightful to having online modeling course. Whether you are an aspiring model with no experience and want to learn the skills to become a professional model, or you're an experienced model seeking to manifest a successful modeling career, the Faith Model Guide can help you at any stage. My name is Iman Jasmine Brown, and in today's video, I will be answering some of the questions that I've received from aspiring models that have, some inquiries about the modeling industry overall. So today's video is going to be a Q&A. Feel free to leave more questions in the comment box below. If anything is still unclear for you after this video, please check out the other videos that I posted on my channel, or you can book a consultation call with me on the website at www.thefaithmodelguide.com. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So I have a whole list here. I'm gonna go through them as fast as possible, but I'm gonna do it hopefully, thoroughly. I'm gonna answer them thoroughly, okay? So the first question I have is, what do modeling agencies look for? So this is a loaded question because each modeling agency is different. So if you check out my video on how to become a professional model, I explain a little bit about the different categories of modeling. And once you know what your category is, then you can decide which modeling agency fits your needs for what you want to do within modeling, right? So if you want to be a commercial model, then I would look for a commercial modeling agency. And a commercial model obviously has a lot of personality, a great smile, great skin, is really good on camera, can articulate their words well on camera, or, just look like, the everyday person as a model, right? So if you were to book a campaign for Target, that would be considered commercial modeling because you can, it's not so fierce like editorial modeling, right? It's not so rigid, if you will, for runway or high fashion runway. So that's commercial modeling, and whatever modeling agency that you decide you want to pursue, just make sure that they're in alignment with what you're doing, what you desire to do as a model. Look at their model roster, look at the work that their models are doing, look what they're booking their models, right? And most modeling agencies, like I said, depending on what your modeling market is or what your modeling category is, it could be a wide range or it could be very specific. So if it's very specific, then they'll obviously look for models that can represent their brand, right? Can book the jobs that they have the clients for, right? So if you're a beauty model and you want to model for Fenty, look for the go for the agency that are booking models for Fenty. And honestly, you don't really even have to have a modeling agency to start modeling, right? I spoke about this in other videos. You could just start, producing your own content on social media that will help you to book these brands by yourself. So don't always get stuck on looking for a modeling agency. You can also work full-time as a model independently as well. So modeling agencies look for girls or guys that fit their brand, right? That fit what they are able to produce for you. So like high fashion or commercial modeling or fit modeling, whatever it is. Okay. All right. So next question, what modeling agencies are legit and should I apply to? So this goes back into question number one again. You can look on models.com for different agencies that are listed on that website. That's a great resource if you want to figure out what agency is best for you. Most modeling agencies don't ask for money. So if you're being approached by a modeling agency and they're asking for a fee up front, that's not typically how it goes. Modeling agencies don't ask you for money. If they want you, they'll sign you. So if you're being approached by a modeling agency and they're asking for money, it's really probably a different kind of organization than a modeling agency. So you want to just do your research, make sure they're legit. Look at their social media, look at their website, see if it's professional, right? Does it look bootleg? Does it look Does it look like that's an official business? Like, look at the models, right? Go look on the models' Instagram. Look and see if the models are actually working, or even go as far as messaging one of the models that are represented by this agency and ask, is this company legit? Like, have you been working? Like, are they good? Should I sign with them? Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and just ask questions before you commit to any type of agency, whether they're, whoever they are. Okay. Make sure you do your research beforehand. Don't just be so like excited, like, oh my God, they want to sign me. Let me go do it. Like take a beat and pray about it first and foremost. Ask God, like, is this the direction you have for me? If not, then, show me. If yes, then show me, But yeah, do your research, okay? All right, question number 3, how do modeling agencies work and what do they look for? So I'm not going to answer what do they look for because I just explained that. And there's further explanation in the how to become a professional model video on this channel. So again, be sure to check that out. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And make sure to give it a thumbs up if you watched it already. So I know that you got the information, okay? But how modeling agencies work. So when I was approached by Elite Model Management in New York, I went to sort of like a panel meeting where I met with 4 different agents, and they asked for my modeling portfolio, the things that I had done already, and they looked through it, just to see what your potential is, just to see, like, does this girl know what she's doing or not? Like, can we work with her or not? And then if they decide to move forward with you, they'll present you with a contract as an independent contractor. So that basically means that they're not your employer. You are independent. You just work with them. They help you get jobs. You book the jobs by yourself. And then they're just kind of like the middleman. They're like the liaison between you and that client, right? They ensure that you get paid. They take a 20% percentage from each job that they help you book. So if you got a job for $100, then they'll take $10 from that commission, and then you'll get 90, right? So they sign you up as an independent contractor. So it's not they don't give you a I don't know, the W-2 or W-4, I don't know which one it is, but it's not employer employee. Like, they're not your boss. It's like a teamwork situation. So they promote you. They help you to book a job or send you to a casting, and you're responsible for booking that job. And if you book it, then they are the ones who facilitate, like, okay, this is the time, this is the date where you need to be, and we'll make sure that you get your money. And that's how modeling agencies work. So they're the middleman between you and the client. All right. And when I say client, that means like the person who's booking you for that job. All right, so next question. Can modeling be a full-time job? Yes. Part-time job? Yes. Or a hobby? Yes. Hobbies typically are things that you do that you're not getting paid for. That's considered a hobby, something that you enjoy that you're not getting paid for. Like, until you're getting paid, it's a hobby, right? But yes, it could be part-time, depending on how much you book. If you're consistently booking work, say if you are doing like a showroom job and you get booked 3 times a week, those showroom gigs pay a lot. So you could be making, $900 a day for just doing showroom. That's $1,800 a week, so that's a really good gig, and that could be considered part-time. You know what I mean? If you're only committing 3 days, like, typically part-time is only like 20 hours a week. So if you're only doing 20 hours a week at one job, that's part-time. It's 40 hours that makes it full-time. So it just depends on, like, what your availability is. If you have an open schedule and you're able to book more gigs in a week, then you can absolutely model full-time. It's very possible. Models do it. That's how a lot of models make their living, or you can do it part-time so that you can maybe focus on other things. Like, maybe you're a student and you need time to go to classes, or you have another job or something. So that it just depends on what your availability is, if you're going to be part-time or full-time. All right. Next question. Why is modeling a career? Well, it's a career because it makes you money. It makes you money. It's something you enjoy enough to do for a long time. and is generating enough income for you to make a living, period, point blank. Like if you're financially set by just modeling, then it's a career, right? If it's something that you see yourself doing 5-10 years down the line, then it's a career. Okay, so I've been modeling over 18 years now. I consider modeling a career. All right, alongside other things, you know, like entrepreneur and, you know, actress and all these things, but that's just me. Yeah, so next question, why are most models tall and skinny? Can I be a model if I'm short? The answer, okay, it's a two-part answer. So why are most models tall and skinny? Well, that's majority for editorial high fashion models, because these designers, they make sample sizes, and these sample size, they don't make their clothes to fit the model. They find models that fit their clothes. So sample sizes are just like the typical size that most these fashion houses do for, you know, couture, ready to wear, like all of these things. It's just always just been the narrative of the fashion industry is like that models are tall and skinny, and it's mainly I guess it's like because models bring the clothes to life. You know, with us having like long limbs, it's almost like, you know, those like things in the car dealership that like move. Imagine like if that thing had a dress on, right? Like it would give it a lot more life because it has so much, you know, arms and, you know, limp to it that it makes the clothes come alive, you know. And it's not to say that short models can't do the same thing. Like, you know, short models or petite models is what we call them in the fashion industry. You're also able to model as well. Maybe not high fashion runway and editorial, but you know, there are beauty models that are short. There are commercial models that are short. So there's a wide variety of different types of model categories that you can submit to, whether you're short or tall. But majority of the high fashion runway and editorial models are tall and skinny because, again, they can fit into the sample sizes that these designers create. And, you know, it's in any photo shoot, you want to elongate your limbs to make them look longer. So if you're already long, then it's more simple to model. You know, if you're already long, then you've already kind of filled the requirement for what designers actually want, how they want their clothes to be seen to the public, right? So yeah, hope I answered that clearly. Pros and cons of modeling. Well, the pros is that it's fun. If you like it, then it could be really fun. You get to meet a lot of different kinds of people. You know, some of these people can become friends in real life. You know, some of the people that I've modeled with, some of the girls that I've modeled with in the past, I'm friends with to this day. It gives you an opportunity to network, to travel, right? If you're excited about traveling, you can sign with a modeling agency in New York or LA or Paris or London or Milan. So you have the ability to travel around and get to see other cultures and learn other cultures. You can make a lot of money from modeling. It's a really good gig. If you're consistent in modeling, you could, like I said, make a living from it. So that's a pro. I would say the biggest con for me is that you don't always get paid right away after you work or after you complete a job. So that's kind of my biggest issue. And it's my desire to like start a union, you know, a model union, just to kind of change this. Because it's not just in the modeling industry where they like pay you 30 days or 60 days or even 90 days after you've done a job. So my concern with that is that, you know, we've done the work, you know, we booked the job, we did the job. I feel that it's only fair that we get paid, you know, within a 2-week time frame, but that's not always the case. Like sometimes it could be like, for instance, I did a job in January. I just got paid just now and it's May, right? So that could be considered a con because, you know, your rent and bills, they come every first of the month. So you need that money to, you know what I mean, to save or to do this or to that and handle different things in life. So I don't think it's fair that, you know, people in the arts, you know, kind of get put on the back burner, I guess, of getting paid so late. But I don't know, maybe it's because we do get paid so much money. I don't know, but if you want to link up and help me to kind of progress the industries of like making sure that models and artists and actors and dancers and everybody gets paid within a decent time frame, then hit me up. You know, let's talk about it, because that's something that I'm actually really passionate about right now. It's just like, you know, improving the fashion industry. And it's not to say that I'm pointing fingers at anybody. Like, it's a conversation that like designers, agencies, and models have to come together at the same table and kind of talk about. So I would say that's kind of like the most disappointing thing since, from my experience of like, you know, doing a job and not getting paid for it, like it till like months later. I really can't stand that. But yeah, that's the only con, but everything else is a pro. So yeah. How do models diet or workout regimens? So on this channel, I'm going to be sharing more bonus videos of how I work out. I work out with a girl named Maddie. Her YouTube channel is F.A.I.T.H. I'll link it in the description box below. I've been working out with her since 2020, and I love her workout routines. Like, you do it from home. It's like in 20-minute, 30-minute increments, sometimes 15 minutes. It's fun. You know, she makes it really engaging for you to keep up with her. And even if you can't keep up with her, she gives you like alternative workouts that you can do. And, you know, I found that I've been more consistent working out with her from home than going to the gym. Like, it's not that I don't enjoy going to the gym, but I do just like her style of working out. So that's who I work out with. And as far as diet is concerned, I mean, just eat healthy. Like, that should be your goal in life, right? To sustain your health for longevity reasons. You know, like for me, I shop vegan and vegetarian. My goal is to become completely vegan eventually, which is a very possible goal. You know, I like to say sometimes I'm a flexitarian, because I do like to eat, you know, a good sea bass or wild caught salmon or something like that. But for the, like, I don't shy away from things if I want to taste it. Like, if I want to eat something, then I'll taste it, you know, just because I want it. I don't deprive myself of anything. But for the most part, I eat as healthy as possible because, number one, I love my figure. Number two, I want to keep my figure. And number three, I want to be healthy. Like, I am healthy, and I will sustain this healthy body, you know, mind, body, soul, and spirit, by the food we eat. The food we eat really does have an effect on, you know, on our moods and, you know, and our energy and all that kind of stuff. So like, for instance, when I did the cellular detox, you can find that in the video, A Day in the Life of an Entrepreneurial Supermodel. That was my first time doing a cellular detox. And the clean energy that I felt after that detox was just like mind blowing. Like, I was like, whoa, like I have so much clean energy and I feel like I could do it all, you know, and I wasn't sluggish and I wasn't bloated and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So that's why I eat healthy, because I don't want to be bloated, you know what I mean? It's just that I want energy. I want clean energy. I want to have enough energy to, you know, go all day, you know what I mean? And be as productive as possible. So I'm just speaking for myself, and most models do eat healthy. So if you're an aspiring model and you want to, you know, maintain a healthy lifestyle, then I would highly recommend just, you know, eating plant-based or organic foods, and making sure that, you know, the food you eat is not junk food, you know, it's not processed food. Like, all of that is just not good. It's not good for you. So I stay away from it, and I would recommend for you to stay away from it as well. You know, my goal is to grow my own garden eventually. So that's where my mind is. And yeah, I highly recommend it, because it's just, it's good energy. It's clean energy. All right. So next question, how do models dress? Well, your personal style is your personal style. So however you dress, you know, make it chic. You know what I mean? Models, we're chic, right? We're like kind of the face of fashion. So I would say that models dress chic, and just chic to me could be different for you, right? You could be like a boho chic, or a high fashion chic or whatever it is. You know, I like to dress with statement pieces. Like I like everything in my closet is a statement piece. And so that's how I like to dress. Your personal style is your own. So it's really not a matter of like how models, because you can't generalize everyone. Like, but for the most part, models that I see, chic is the word. Chic is the word. All right. All right. Next question. How to find a model scout. So again, models.com is a great resource if you want to find different agencies in modeling or acting or artistry or whatever it is that you're involved in. Or, you know, a model scout will find you. If you have what it takes, a lot of people get discovered on social media. A lot of people get discovered on the street. So it just depends, you know what I mean? And like I said, if someone's asking you for money, might want to go somewhere else. Unless you feel like you can benefit from that company, then more power to you. Right? Unless it's like a for-profit company, then go for it. But a modeling agency will never ask you for money. All right. Which modeling agency is the best? They're all different. So I guess the top agencies would be Elite, Ford Models, IMG is a top modeling agency. The Lions has become popular. Women's, New York Women's, I don't know. I'm an Elite model, so toot toot. Oh, beep beep, toot toot. Yeah, so it's I don't know what's the best. It's just there's top agencies that rep like the top models, and then there's other agencies. It just depends on where you want to go, right? It's all about you, boo. Okay, next question. Does modeling cost money? Well, there are costs to every career, right? So like, for instance, the model uniform, having a pair of heels, having like, you know, modeling itself doesn't cost money, but you know, you do have to maintain your physical appearance for modeling, just honestly spoken. Like you have to invest in yourself as far as like, you know, clean makeup, you know, keeping your skin clear and working on your health and your you know, just your wellness in general. I feel like those are the costs, I guess, if you will, like just taking care of yourself. But for the most part, like, no, it doesn't cost to model. They provide most things for you. Like if you have a photo shoot that is like a full day, then, you know, they'll provide lunch for you or whatever. All right, so next question, when should you start modeling? I started at 12, so I say you can start as early as then, but thank God, you know, you want to make sure that you have like a supervisor or chaperone or something. If you're under 18, then it's always good to have like a parent or guardian with you to just like co-sign on the things that are offered to you as a model, right? You don't want to be taken advantage of because of your youth. So that's a very important key. But yeah, I started at 12, so that's just me. How long does it take for models to get paid? Again, it could be as long as 6 months, but there's typically like they call it a net 30 or a net 60. That means like within 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. And yeah, I would love to make it sooner than that. So again, model union, hit me up. What age do models stop? Hey, I know models that are 80. Okay, so don't stop. I'm never gonna stop modeling because it's just who I am. It's a part of who I am. So, you know, I model when I go to the grocery store. Like that's just who I am. So I'll never stop modeling. But as far as professional modeling, yeah, there's mature models. So you can go all the way until, I mean, look at Naomi Campbell. She's been modeling since she was, 17 or something like that. And she's well into her 50s now. So you don't have to stop if you don't want to. All right. Can models have tattoos? Yes. However, they must be discreet because you represent the designers, right? You are the person that brings their clothes to life. And if you have a bunch of tattoos, then you're taking away from, then it can take away from the designer's work, I guess, if you will, the clothes or the makeup or whatever. So so yes, models have tattoos, but not like crazy like not like super crazy. And if they do, it's because they're already like booked and busy. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. Model versus a supermodel. Models can, I feel like a supermodel is like a celebrity model, and a model is just someone who gets paid to model. Model versus celebrities. Celebrities are, you know, people that are kind of, that influence the culture, right? That are well known with more than just models. So they can model, but they also can do other things as well. Like for instance, Zendaya is a celebrity, but she also models, right? So it's interchangeable. Modeling versus mirroring or imitation. So it's good to study the expert and practice what you study, but you also want to have your own unique style, right? You also want to like stay true to yourself. And if you're imitating someone or you're trying to be like someone, it's not authentic. So you want to be as authentic as possible in life. So it's good to practice the expert and, you know, study the expert and practice what you study. Like for instance, when I was in elementary school, I would study Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss. And, you know, that's where I was first inspired in modeling. But, you know, modeling, I got my own flair now. Like I know exactly what to do because I know my angles, I know my body, I know my face, I know everything. So, so modeling needs to be unique to who you are, right? All right, so moving on, almost finished here. Can fashion designers also be models? Yes. Do models lift weights? Yes. Not, obviously not, I mean, like, look at me, like, hey, you see that? See that muscle? I don't lift weights. But I do work out and I am strong and I make sure to maintain my physique because I just love to be healthy. So yes, you can lift weights if you want to, but obviously like not with the goal of becoming a bodybuilder unless that's your goal. Do fashion models get paid well? Yes. Do fashion models get plastic surgery? I'm going to say probably, but it's not advised because models it's better for models to be natural. Like you're naturally beautiful just the way you are, the way you were born, the way God created you. So I would stick to the natural way. Yeah, I don't advise plastic surgery. Do fashion models have to be tall? Majority of the time, yes. Do fashion models smoke? I mean, to each his own, but I don't recommend smoking just because of, again, health and wellness and longevity. Yeah, smoking can cause, you know, acne. It can cause all kind of health issues, and you don't want that. Like, take the easy route, okay? What do fashion models do? I'm going to let you check out the how to become a professional model video for that question. Why become a fashion model? Well, I became a fashion model because I was born to do it. And I knew I was meant to do it from a very young age. So I became a model because it's who I am, because I knew how to runway walk before someone even taught me how. Like I was posing as a 3-year-old in my costumes and dresses before, you know, I actually knew what a photo shoot was. So, yeah, I would say become a model because it's something that you absolutely want to do. You have a passion for it. You have a gift for it. You have, you know, a ministry for it. You are constantly called to do it. Like do it because you love it, not because it's something that, you know, seems like a good idea. Let's see. That's why it's very important to discover your divinely unique purpose and check out my Discovery Masterclass Purpose Discovery Masterclass, so you can learn the methods on how to discover your divine and unique purpose, because that's very important. That's what will help you to fulfill your desires in life. And it's okay to try modeling if you just want to try it, but ultimately when you find your purpose, life is good. All right. Let's see. Wrapping it up. Can my fashion model smile? Yes. How to become an Instagram model? Just start. Can self-esteem be taught? Yes. Check out my video, Self-Love, in the Refine Mentorship for Divine Life Skills. If you want to know more about self-love and how to attain it and how it, affects your relationships, make sure to check that out. And last question, what's the difference between self-esteem, self-worth, self-care, self-love, and self-confidence? They're all the same. They're ominous. They're all the same. Self-care is how you treat yourself, right? It's how you take care of yourself. Self-esteem is how you feel on the inside, like what you think of yourself. That's your self-esteem. It's similar. And then once you are secure in your self-esteem, then you will begin to develop self-confidence, right, in who you are. Self-love is the love that you give to yourself, not needing it from other people, not needing the validation from other people. And self-worth is, basically just knowing that you're worthy of it all, right? That's the acronym of the Faith Model Guide. Fearless and insightful to having, right? Having self-love, having self-worth, having self-esteem, having self-care, and having all of your dreams manifested. All right, that's it for the Q&A. If you have any more questions that I didn't get to in this video, please feel free to leave a question in the comment box below. And if you find value in the content that you receive from the Faith Model Guide, we kindly ask that you would consider leaving a donation to help us continue our mission to reach aspiring and experienced models worldwide. And as a token of our appreciation, we will send you a free copy of our How to Be a Professional Model ebook, which is packed with valuable tips and insights from industry experts like myself. Thank you again for tuning in. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with other supermodels who you believe can benefit from it. And until next time, take care and bye for now.